Hi, Bitterroot Valley Board of Realtors. This is your president, Craig Siphers, wrapping up here in the next couple of months my tenure as president. I will then be past president. Mike Kent will take over the leadership position as president, and we've got a new election coming up, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Our slate of candidates is out. Very, very happy that we've got some contenders here. So you'll want to definitely vote. I'm going to make this a little shorter this time than the last quarter's uh, video because we only had 62 people out of 270 some that even bothered to watch the video. So hopefully if we make it shorter, maybe more people will watch. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that your leadership, that's two boards of directors, Max Coleman, Bob Pauley, myself as president, and Mike Kent as president-elect or past president, attended the fall meetings in Butte, and we got some great information. We're not going to share it with you here. You can always go on the state site and look at the meetings. But I think one of the things that came out of that was some forms advice from our counsel, Jamie Bowditch. We did send out an email from Chris about it. So if you didn't see it, look for it. The other thing I wanted to mention is that the election's coming up and we'd like to have grand participation in that. We have a major problem getting participation in this organization. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about here was what a great job our education committee did. The education that was provided in the year 2025 was exceptional, and it's a huge benefit to our membership. So when you pay your dues, which by the way, our dues are going to be staying the same, they provide you with free continuing ed credits, and that sets us apart from any other board in the state of Montana. So I want to shout out to the Education Committee and also really encourage you to take advantage of those continuing ed classes. Now, one of the things that's going to be happening sometime the week of the 15th of December is that we're getting new lock boxes. And it's imperative that our membership cooperate and work with us to make sure that we've got a nice smooth transition. That means that we're going to have educational meetings on how these new lock boxes work. We're going to exchange the old lock boxes with the new, and so be watching for those emails. The other thing I wanted to talk about ever so briefly, and it seems to be a common thread anytime I get on the horn here, is that we need your help. Are you in the business of real estate or not? Right now, we have last year, when I say last year, I'm talking about the dues for 2025. We had an automatic $20 fair share contribution to RPAC. And in this email, I'm going to include a link to a little video about what is RPAC, because apparently the vast majority of the real estate professionals who profess to be professionals don't have an idea, don't have a clue of what RPAC is, because virtually 70% or more of our membership actually take the time to opt out of contributing $20 in 1 year. Well, actually, it was 35 last year, so that was probably the big hurdle for most people, is to pay $35. This year, we're going to make it easier. $20 to support your industry. If you're serious about being in real estate, check out RPAC. You know, the only thing I can possibly think of is that people simply don't understand it. If you did, you would be able to ante up $1.66 a month coming up in 2026 to be part of RPAC. It just blows my mind. Anyway, that's the end. In the last video here for the fall of 2025, participate in your organization, and thank you for those who do. And be sure to vote when the ballots come out, which I believe they have already. Thanks very much. from the Bitterroot Valley Board of Realtors.